The story so far. The dangerous outlaw Leon Cabraz. The lawman John Malcolm. Assigned by blackmailing ranger Lindsay Kurtz to hunt Cabraz down. Joining him, sharpshooting rancher Catherine Angle. The tailor's assistant Morwenna Abrams. The railway worker Albert Little. The master hunter Drew Morrill. The bounty hunter Walden MacDonald. And the heroic Mexican lawman, Javier Salvador. Our group rode southwest from Laredo to Primer Punto to receive their first mission. Riding single file behind their new leader Javier, John began to think about their prospects. Behind him rode Catherine. For her, he didn't need to worry. For Morwenna, he did. She had been volunteered on account of her Indian heritage, of which she knew nothing about. And it was only yesterday she was first taught how to fire a gun. Albert held himself well, but whether he could control his horse under pressure remained to be seen. Walden and Drew were a single, potentially dangerous entity. They could be unpredictable. John would have to keep an eye on them. Which just leaves Javier. What was he about? Could he really be the hero Kurtz made him out to be?
So, Marshal Malcolm, I had heard you were once a dangerous outlaw yourself.
And where did you hear that?
Captain Salamanca and Ranger Kurtz referenced you by the name Malcolm Carver, a name I remember hearing of in my youth, who I've seen photographs of, a shooter who used to run with the Harding gang along the border.
You're mistaken, I'm afraid. I'm not Malcolm Carver.
Well, you're not anymore. It's good to see you get away from that life, and to something better. I myself had a few troubles when I was younger, before I was set on the right path.
Did you really?
Not quite to the level of outlaw. In fact, what I did was rather tame. But we all grow and learn from our mistakes. And as the captain said, your knowledge will be instrumental in helping us bring Leon Cabraz to justice.
So that's what they told you? Why I'm here?
See, and as a lawman too.
You see, when I was recruited, I was led to believe that I would be leading this mission.
Strange. Why would you be told that?
No idea. Say, what did Kurtz and your captain tell you about me anyway?
Your name, nothing more. The rest I knew from stories. Like how you shot dead 15 men during a botched bank robbery in '99.
You've only got half the truth there. I only ran with Harlan for a year and a half starting in '87, before I had enough to get away. As far as I'm concerned, that's not me and never was. I became a deputy in '91. I was a sheriff in '99 when I shot those guys, the ones robbing the bank.
That is a very different story to what I'd heard. I thought you were gunning your way across the South as a man on the run for years.
Back when I was with Harlan, I only shot 3 people. Only one of those I know for sure is dead. I've killed more people working for the good guys than I ever did the bad.
Isn't that funny how things work out?
Sure. It's a laugh.
I took up hunting about 10 years ago. Ever since then, I've become something of an expert, going after big game like deer, moose, even mountain lions and bears. A few seasons ago, I was in the Appalachians, hunting black bears. I set baits and waited, but nothing came by. Then one morning as I woke, I saw one just a few yards from where I lay, its back to me. Crept up behind the brute, my knife in hand, and I swung my foot back and kicked him right between the legs. I turned and ran as fast as I could, but he was keeled over and wheezing.
I must say, that certainly sounds impressive, Mr. Morrow.
Why, thank you, Little. You can call me Drew. Bears are tricky creatures, and they're damn smart. Smarter than people give them credit for.
Smarter than the average bear?
Yeah, you're exactly right. They're cunning. They can show up where you least expect it.
Like when that one got into your camp.
Just like that.
I reckon one could sneak up on you pretty easily, hey? Take you from behind?
Oh, yeah, they can. But my senses have been attuned to pick up such things. But still, they try. I was staying at a log cabin a little while after that. Another morning I woke up, one was over my stove.
Cooking himself some porridge.
No, I'd not seen a bear do that.
So they get inside your house. Do they know how to open the front door?
No, of course. They come through the chimney.
The chimney. Right, of course, the chimney.
Yep. Boy was black from the soot. He was blacker than... yeah, on top of being a black bear.
So I guess you need to be prepared for any kind of situation that might be thrown at you.
Constantly vigilant. That's right, Al.
So, just a hypothetical situation here. You okay with hypotheticals?
I'm fine with any kind of hypothetical, hyper or otherwise.
A hypothetical situation. You're in your log cabin, you awake in your bed one morning, and you get up and head to your washroom. And as you're in there, your back turned to the door, nothing on you, completely exposed. Two bears enter and try to take you from behind. How you deal with that?
Well, firstly, even as a hypothetical, it would be impossible.
Why's that?
I don't have a washroom.
As night rolled around, the gang stopped and set up camp.
We'll leave shortly after daybreak. Prima Punto isn't too much further, but better to arrive in the morning than to risk traveling at night.
Fair enough. I'll keep guard for the first shift.
Wake me come midnight. I'll take over.
So, how long you been a lawman?
Nearly 11 years. It has passed me by quickly. My town was overrun with bandits. I took up arms to help, and when it was all over, I decided to keep on it.
Kurtz described you as celebrated. I think that was the word.
Eso es bueno. I do what I must, nothing more. Anything I can do to uphold the law. If doing my job makes me a hero, well, it shows what a sorry state everyone else is in. I mean, surely capturing a bandit fort single-handedly, lassoing them all without firing a shot, returning the stolen riches to their rightful owners, running into a burning convent to save the lives of 5 elderly nuns, isn't that what anyone would do?
You're just listing those as examples of heroism. I mean, you didn't actually do those things.
Oh, no, wait, it was 6 nuns. How could I forget? But why you ask?
You sure are something special, Javier. The world needs more like you.
Before I go, am I to understand that you and the Ranger Kurtz do not see eye to eye?
That's a polite way of putting it. He threatened my family if I didn't take part. Sure, there's more history to it than that, but that should be enough reason to dislike him.
And right you are. He's lost all favor with me. Miss Abrams, how did you find today's travel?
Bearable.
Not an experienced traveler? Tomorrow should be smoother.
I can hope so. Not that I expect this to be easy. I made this clear to John. I'll do my best. Now it's time for me to retire. Good night.
Night.
Everybody, I got the meat, I got the beans, and I got the drinks. Come fill up.
These beans taste like they were canned last century.
I travel rough, so there might be a bit of boiling or a bit of freezing over the years. Quit your complaining. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for you, princess.
Personally, Walden, I think that's another fine meal. Tomorrow, I'll go hunting. See if I can find something a little more fresh.
Oh, here we go again.
This meat kept well. You know, it doesn't matter what color they are. Man always tastes the same. It's pork! You should have seen the look on your faces. Like I'm gonna feed you humans, city boy. Keep that stuff for myself. Got you again. You, my friend, are too easy. Your face.
Man, I had enough of this. We ain't even a day in.
Are you staying up?
Our leader needs his rest. Do you trust any of them to do it?
Just make sure you get some rest too. Good night.
The next morning, the gang rode into Primer Punto. A small but lively village, with buildings made from sandstone that looked like they'd raised up from the ground.
Welcome, friends. Now, to collect the telegram from Kurtz and Salamanca to tell us where to go next.
Javier, I volunteer my services to collect this telegram.
Very good, Drew. Head to the rail station and say you're here to collect for me.
Is that wise?
Have faith, John. I know you have nerves about this whole operation, but it will do you no good to continue thinking everyone is a child who needs constant watching. Come, let us check out the cantina.
I'm off for a little look around, see what I can find.
Howdy, my name's Drew Marl. I'm here to pick up a telegram for Javier Salvatore.
Ah, American. Good morning. It come just this morning. Here you go.
Thank you. Hang on.
I took the liberty of transcribing it to Spanish from Mr. Salvador, sir.
What? Why would you do a silly thing like that? I need it in English.
Lo siento? Okay, my mistake. I have the original somewhere.
Carl, ven acá.
¿Quieres?
Ahora.
Wait, where are you going? Come back! Damn it. Anyone here speak English? American?
What are you hoping to find in here?
First, a drink. I think we have earned that much. The second, to ask about Leon Cabras and see what we can find out.
You know, I've never heard of the guy until a few days ago.
I must admit, I hadn't either, which is why I must ask.
I thought you, of all people, would be all clued in. I was told he was a monster, the devil or something, ready to march across the lands to storm America.
Which is why it would pay for local opinion. Senor, dos tragos. Gracias. Leon Cabras, have you heard of him?
I have not. Is that all?
Si, gracias. Nothing. Mysterious.
You there. Speaking English? American? I need a helpo? Words?
English, I speak a little. What can I help you with?
Thank you. Someone talking sense. I got this telegraph. It's in Spanish. And I need it in English. Can you help?
I can. Let me have a look. Do you have another paper for me to write on?
Here?
Okay, you want the full thing written out?
Yeah. Quickly as you can.
So how do you know the others in this group?
Catherine and I go back a few years. Morwen and the others only a few days ago.
Miss Abrams is a striking woman. If more bounty hunters looked like her, I would not complain.
Well, that's not really the, point of bounty hunters.
Mr. Salvador, praise you, sir. You saved me last week from the holdup. Without you, I would surely be dead.
It was a pleasure, sir. How is your son?
He is well, thank you. Now he is feeling better. He wishes to be like you.
The more people willing to step up and do good, the better the world will be.
Please, take this money. As a thank you.
I must refuse. The reward for saving you is enough. Buy yourself a good meal.
I will. Thank you.
Does that usually happen?
Okay, Javier, stop. East of Primer Punto, stop. Reyes silver mine to find, lion goats, stop.
Lion goats?
See,
Silver mines, you said. Rays? Silver mines?
Reyes, kings, clear out bandits, stop. Report back to Salamanca in Primer Punto, stop.
Damn, I gotta go. I'll take that. Thanks for your help, mister.
Strange Americans.
Walden, what are you doing?
I'm just having some fun, Marshal. These people aren't one to party, though.
I got the telegram, Salvador.
Catherine, Morwenna, Albert, get the horses. Let's get out of here before Walden starts a shootout.
You snake! I will put you in the ground.
Sir, I must apologize for my friend. Do not trouble yourself. He's not worth it.
The angry man drew his pistol and pointed it between Walden and Javier. Catherine and John both reached for their own guns and helped them on the man. The four stared each other down before Javier sprung. His hand reached for his lasso, and in the blink of an eye, flicked it out and snatched the pistol from the man's hand, pulling it into the dirt.
Do not waste your time in such matters, or one day you might come off second best.
Okay. Lo siento.
What did the telegram say?
The clerk, for reasons unknown, translated from English to Spanish and lost the original. Lucky I met a helpful man who translated it back. Ray Silver Mine, west of here. Must be overrun with bandits.
I know of this mine. Was long abandoned and has since been a den for all kinds of criminals. I have been thinking, John, our group needs a name. We are a team, a name to identify with.
If you insist.
Let us think. The Marvelous Seven? The Riders of Justice?
The traveling freak show?
Speak for yourself, Walden.
What about the lion goats?
No.
The Lion Goats. That has a ring to it.
God, please, no.
Both powerful animals. I've had a few run-ins with them when hunting, and
I think lion goat sounds like an interesting name. What do you think, John? Come on, lighten up.
Fine, call us what you want. Just don't expect me to say it.
And so it is decided. Lion Goats, ride out!
And so our heroes rode out into the Mexican desert to confront Leon Cabras's forces at Reyes Silver Mine. Tune in next week to find out what happens to them, the Lion Goats.